Success. We are all chasing it. You probably already have it. Stable income, a busy schedule, and an enviable social circle. But I have a deeper question for you. Are you peaceful? We live in a world where the noise never stops. Social media is screaming, the news is bombarding us, and there is always one unread email in our inbox. We strive to speak, to give our opinions, to stay online, as if our value depends on the noise we create. But what if I told you that the effort you put into achieving success, this endless communication, is actually the root cause of your exhaustion and anxiety? What if I told you that the chaos within you, your burnout, can be traced back to an incredibly simple trick mastered by all ancient sages? Today, we are going to uncover an ancient Zen secret. This is a story about a billionaire who had everything in the world but was troubled by his own restless mind. His liberation will be your ultimate guide to escaping modern anxiety. Get ready. We are diving into the power of silence. Before we begin the story of this wealthy man, we need to understand a fundamental principle. The Buddha once warned his students, "The tongue, which we use to speak, is like the sharpest knife in the world." This is more than just a metaphor. Words, even without causing physical harm, can inflict immense emotional wounds. They can be a source of strength when we use them to inspire, comfort, and guide. But if we speak at the wrong time, in the wrong place, and in the wrong way, they become weapons that degrade our quality of life. Think about this. How many times a day do we cause an unnecessary argument just by saying one word too many? How many times have we blurted something out without thinking and regretted it later? Our words are a direct reflection of our state of mind. And this rich man was deeply caught in this cycle of unconscious language. The story takes place in a distant land. This rich man had the life everyone dreams of: immense wealth, prominent fame, and every luxury. Yet he felt exhausted, frustrated, and his inner restlessness prevented him from enjoying any of it. His mind was like a runaway horse, never pausing. He took his confusion to a famous Buddhist monk deep in the forest. He pleaded with the monk, "I possess the world, but I cannot find inner peace. Please help me quiet this troubled mind." The monk calmly replied, "The answer is already within you, but you have never discovered it. I will give you an experiment." This experiment, by today's standards, was radical. The monk asked the rich man to do two things. First, for the next 15 days, he must stay in the monastery and live a simple life just like any ordinary person. Second, he must sit alone in silence and speak as little as possible. Imagine that. A billionaire, accustomed to giving orders and constant socializing, was asked to undergo a complete digital and verbal detox for 15 days. The rich man was upset, but for the sake of his inner peace, he agreed. On the first day, the rich man found his mind to be more chaotic than ever. Countless problems and thoughts kept popping up. He longed to talk, to complain, to fill the silence with the noise he was accustomed to. This is the stage we all experience. When we stop the external noise, the internal noise is amplified. Yet the rich man stubbornly resisted. He simply sat quietly. As the night fell, something unexpected happened. He began to feel an unusual sense of calm and happiness. The next day, he continued his time in solitude. He started observing the world around him, the birds in the sky, the flowers in the courtyard, the breath of nature. It was the first time he truly appreciated the beauty of his surroundings. The power of silence began to work. Without the need for constant conversation, his energy stopped leaking outward. 10 days passed, and all the inner chaos and restlessness gradually vanished. By the 12th day, his eyes naturally closed, and he entered a state of deep meditation, a profound inner peace he had never experienced. After 15 days, the rich man approached the monk, his face shining with a new light. He had found the answer to the problem that had troubled him for years. He confessed, "I finally understand. My mind was so troubled because I talked too much, and I often engaged in negative thinking about others." Note this key point. This rich man's trouble wasn't his busy career. It was his wasteful way of spending mental energy. Excessive talking and negative thoughts consumed his time and energy, confusing his mind. This confusion led to his inability to perform tasks effectively, which resulted in a series of failures, making him even more restless and unhappy. He realized, "I was living life the wrong way." This gives us the most important lesson for modern life. You think you are communicating, socializing, and building connections, but in reality, you may be experiencing a continuous energy leak. The monk further explained the Buddha's teaching. 90% of our talking is harmful. It's either meaningless chatter, judging others, or amplifying our own anxiety. If people could just learn to be silent, 90% of the world's problems could be avoided. So, how exactly does silence work? The Buddha said, "I stay silent to dive deep within myself." Silence is the first step to truly knowing yourself. Without it, self-discovery is impossible. When we choose silence, we are doing 4 profound things. 1. Stopping the energy leak. We retrieve the mental energy that would otherwise be wasted on meaningless small talk, gossip, or complaining. 2. Raising awareness. Silence makes you more patient and conscious. When you quiet down, you start to observe your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. 3. Finding your source. The monk said, "Your life does not originate from others, but from your inner source. You must look inward because you are the ultimate ruler of your inner world. Happiness is born within you." 4. Enhancing word quality. When you maintain inner peace, your words will acquire a beautiful quality. They will be harmonious and powerful, like music, and capable of deeply touching others. You can be speaking, yet remain connected to your inner calm. True wisdom is not in how much you speak, but in knowing when, where, and what to say. Those who speak less but stand by their words earn genuine respect and attention. Now that we understand the power of silence, let's talk about how to apply this ancient wisdom to your modern life. You don't need to move to a monastery for 15 days, but you do need a daily practice. Here is the monk's practical advice for us. Spend at least 20 minutes alone in solitude every day. Treat it as your focus hack. This 20 minutes is not for a meditation app, not for listening to a podcast, but completely for being alone, quiet, and undisturbed. You can. Simply sit and observe your breathing. Take a walk in a park without your phone, just observing the trees and the sky. Sit quietly in your car for a moment before walking into your home. This practice of solitude will bring positive change. It will improve your ability to concentrate, eliminate inner chaos, and allow you to fully dedicate yourself to your goals. This is the key step from burnout to breakthrough. We are taught to constantly do, constantly speak. But the Zen story reminds us that true power lies in what we choose not to do. You don't need to create more noise to be successful. In fact, you need to do the exact opposite. Retrieve your energy, control your speech, and embrace your inner world. When you stop looking outward for answers and look inward instead, you will discover that your inner peace and strength are your greatest assets in life. Starting today, make a small change. Try to post one less unnecessary comment on social media or pause for 2 seconds when talking to someone. Most importantly, set your 20-minute solitude alarm. If you desire to achieve greater peace and influence with less effort in your life, then it is time to embrace the power of silence within you. If you are ready to bring the power of silence into your life, please hit like and comment, "Silence is power." Subscribe to the channel, and we will continue to explore ancient wisdom to help you succeed in the modern world. Thank you for watching.